let us check on our friend gold trade, right? So we've been analyzing this joint, trying to understand what the market is doing, and even, if we get opportunity, basically we react to that, right? And of course, gold has been dropping based on this previous head and shoulder right here. I hope you guys saw that video, the previous video, when we identified this as a left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. So there was that possibility of, that drop. And of course, this was our anticipated target right here, right? So let's just remove this. This was our anticipated target, that once we see gold taking out this low, then that will be a good confirmation that we in a selling market, right? So let's just continue understanding this market. So of course we had this level 2 and let's just mark this flip zone, previous flip zone right there. That's it. So yeah, if we cater for this previous zone right there too, I think it will make sense why you see that the market is playing around that level, right? So this is what we see basically based on this simple analysis, right? So if we want to see maybe gold getting back to its initial uptrend, I'm talking about, maybe anticipating gold going up, coming back to retest. That is, if it breaks out of this level, visual support turn to a resistance like this, we anticipate that retest, and then we should anticipate, gold market to continue, enjoying its trend further, right? So for now, let's just try to analyze and see what the market is doing around that zone right there. So before that, let's just see, probably we don't want to miss out a thing, right? So let me just take it back to the daily time frame, because I don't want to be caught up in the market madness, right? So remember previously we had a trend right here, 1 2, correct, 1 2 3, and that is it. It makes sense right now. I think it kind of makes sense, right? So let's just try to adjust this joint and make sure we don't miss even a week, because everything should be catered for. Let's just have it right there, right? So yeah, it kind of makes sense what we just talked about of the 4 hour, right? That gold, for us to see the market going back to its uptrend, gold comes back, takes out this trend line too, and of course this resistance comes back with a retest, then we should continue enjoying this wave, riding that wave, right? So let's take it to the H1 and understand the current, or the the current market price, right? Correct. Now what do we see over here? We see gold has already given us a low right here, and of course right now we see gold is cruising at this level, giving us something as a high. So what do you see? For me, I might say that this is just a kind of continuation pattern, bullish flag, who knows, right? Because my anticipation is maybe see gold hitting this high, coming back, then maybe we continue pushing all the way up. So let's just see if this will be a confirmed bullish flag. Let's just have it there. Let's hit the 15, right? So I think we should just make sure, we need to adjust everything, make sure that everything is making sense. If I clone this joint, let's see. Correct. Now identify previous key level we had. This is all right there. The market has kind of respected, and of course we see that gold has given us, or I mean, it's trying to play around that high too. So let's just have that right there. There's this a potential inverse head and shoulder right here. Who knows? We might see gold cruising back to that level, but we never know. This might be also a continuation pattern in formation. You need to look out into all possibility. This might be a continuation in making. Let's just have this right there, something like this. You never know. We might see maybe gold going up, playing around, something like this, before she continue with its drop, right? So for now, let's just react to what we see basically. Let's see how many points these are. 2000 points, still not bad though. So I think we should go to the 5 and see what the market is doing right here. Correct. So if this is a possible continuation, let's see, we have this right there. So my anticipation is, if I see, let's just remove this now. If I see gold taking out this high, I'm anticipating this pullback right here in respect to this high right there, pullback right there. And if we get a good confirmation, probably we should continue riding the wave, right? So let's see the 1 minute too, what the market is doing of that level, right? So it kind of makes sense. Let's just have this right here. For me it makes sense because why? I see we had a bullish continuation right here of the one. It's a bullish continuation right there. So all we need, like I said before, is just understand what gold wants to do over this level right here. Because why? If it breaks, like I said before, a break above, we anticipate that correction right there, then this should be a good possible buy entry, only if I see good bullish confirmation right there. And of course we target our level right there. Let's see. Okay, so let me hit the H4 real quick. And remember, these are just anticipation, guys. If I don't see this kind of anticipation, remember, I'm not going to take my entry. So I think a break above should be a good one. Let's just hope that, you know, gold takes out this high, then comes back. That will be a good confirmation, because if you consider this level, this might be a left shoulder right there, right shoulder right there, then this is a possible head. I think that will be a good one. So let's cater for another trend, probably to see if that was taken out right there. Come to me, I think it's making sense. Let's remove this now. Let's have this adjusted too. Let's just flip the joint. Correct. What do you see? We had a possible touch and break. Correct. Makes sense now. Let's go to the H1 now. Yeah, we see we had a break. And now, yeah, guys, it makes sense, because why? The market has given us an impulse phase. This kind of correction, impulse phase correction. Yo, I think this one is looking nice. Let's see if we had something here. Boom. Yes, about to be taken out. Right, makes sense, baby. Makes sense to me. Right. Makes sense. So like we said before, let's just remove this. I don't need it now. Don't get confused. Makes sense because why? I anticipate impulse correction, up correction in respect to this trend right here. Probably she might do this impulse phase correct. Oh, come on. Impulse phase breaks, comes back with a correction, and we go all the way up. That is if it takes out that high. But then, like I said before, who knows, this might be just a continuation pattern, right? Impulse correction, boom, we continue dropping, right? So you need to be careful when taking this joint right here. But then once I see gold taking out this level right here, this trend line, then I think we're going to see, you know, gold touching the new highs once again, because I'm anticipating we continue cruising. Who knows, continue cruising back to our initial uptrend, right? So that is what I'm seeing basically right now on gold. So I'm going to watch it off the 1 minute and see if I get a good entry confirmation. That is it. If I don't get my anticipation, basically I'm not taking a trade, right? So that is all I need. Already I've seen, based on this first touch, second touch, so all I need is just gold break out this level, comes back with a good bullish confirmation, look for entry right here. Basically it might continue dropping, but then no problem, we still have this level right here, right? So let me just have this right here, right? So like I said before, it might break, comes back, instead of respecting this, comes down right there, then play around this level. Then this should also be a good place to take in our buy position, my buy position. Remember, this is not a signal, I'm just trying to look for my own entry position on gold, right? So this is just going to be a real good trade, that is if we get our anticipation right, because right now the place that we are currently should be a good place to go in for crazy buys. That is if we get all this anticipation in check. But then remember, don't be biased only on bullish momentum. Remember, I've said this might also be a possible bearish flag, right? Don't forget about that bearish flag. So how will we know that this is a possible bearish flag? Let's take it to the H1. A possible bearish flag to continue riding the wave down, right? So if I clone this joint right here, let's just have it right there. Come on, yo. What's honey? Who locked this joint? Crazy. Right there. So if this is a possible bearish flag, like I say, impulse correction right there. Now once we see gold respecting this high, comes down, taking out this trend line of ours, this one, then now we're going all the way down, right? So you need to be careful. Just understand price action, what the market is doing, right? Once you get it, go in, make your own decision. Because to me, I'm also going to make my own decision and see if I can get good confirmation. What do we see? Something is coming to me right there. Correct, makes sense. Come back right here, should be a good one. Boom, boom. Who knows? Just go. These are just my anticipation. But anyway, check out my Telegram link in the description box below. And adios, amigos. Peace.